All it takes is 2 drops. Pretty sure that was 2. That's it. That's my dose of CBD. Learn the truth about CBD starting now. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is KJ, and I'm here to help you live a fuller life starting today. So let's get started. Today's topic. It's kind of interesting. It can be controversial. CBD. I know it almost sounds like ABC. It's easiest 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi. All right. So CBD. What is it? What are we talking about it for? Like, why? What's the purpose? Well, we're going to go back to the 1960s to figure out what is CBD. That's when it was uncovered in Israel, actually. So the 1960s, this is when it came out. We uncovered CBD. There's 2 components in the plant. Marijuana is a separate plant, higher in other nutrients. One happens to be THC. And I say nutrient because I want to change the way we look at the hemp plant, the cannabis plant. It is a plant on this earth, just like oranges and apples have vitamin C. Those are nutrients. We are now finding that our body has a endocannabinoid system. So these are nutrients, okay? So we've got THC and we have CBD. 2 different nutrients. This plant also has another 113 total. So we've got THC, which is the psychoactive component part of the plant. Yes, there's been some newer research finding that THC does have a time and place, but you also want it in correct ratios. I've actually gotten that tip from an expert. We might call him the guru. He's been working on this for over 40 years. He says, let's not focus on dose, let's focus on ratios. Now that might be like, what? I've always been told, how many milligrams of CBD am I taking? And I'm here to break it to you. You fell for the marketer's trap. Yes, it is a marketing trap that we have been tied into, and we know nothing else. This is my opinion, but this is what I've taken from this expert. He's worked on this for 40 years, guys. 40 years. So no matter who's in the room with him, he makes them seem like they really don't know what they're talking about, and he has the research to back it up. So, think about this. Do you ask how many milligrams of vitamin C are in an apple? Do you ask how much potassium is in the banana? You might think that, but do you just eat the apple? Do you just eat the banana? Do you eat the orange without asking, wow, I'm getting 63 milligrams of vitamin C. Wow, that's awesome. No, we just eat the freaking orange, okay? Let's go back to nature. And so this is a plant. This is the way nature made it. Let's follow it that way. Forget the milligrams. I'll touch on more here in a little bit. So before I go any deeper on this, I want to bring it back. So you have different plants. This is not marijuana. This is not weed. There's differences. You have cousins of each other. You have hemp and you have marijuana. But now what I want to share with you is this is similar to lettuce. Okay. So we have different types of lettuce, right? Now, if I ask you the question, what is the best type of lettuce? Your answers are going to be spring mix, romaine. Now, what makes it more beneficial? Well, you think about it, there's more nutrients in it. Well, how do you know there's more nutrients in it? It has a darker color. It's more nutrient dense. It's the same way with the plant. So you look at things like industrial hemp, which is 90% what's on the market. 90% of CBD is industrial hemp isolate. So what you're buying is the cheapest stuff on the market, and you're mostly paying for an oil. We'll touch on that though. So what you're mostly getting is industrial hemp isolate. What does that even mean? You're getting one component of the plant. Like I mentioned, there is hundreds, about 113 to be exact, cannabinoids, nutrients in this plant. So why are we missing the rest? Why aren't we focusing on that plant as a whole as opposed to this one piece, this one nutrient? Aren't we a whole system? Don't we have a handful of systems that work together? We don't just need one nutrient. If we did, life would be so simple. I would eat one thing the rest of my life and I'd be the healthiest person ever. But that's not the case. We need a handful of nutrients, right? Vitamins, minerals. Like I said, nutrient. Cannabinoid is a nutrient. Now, the reason why is our body has an endocannabinoid system. This is the big part. When I talk about CBD, I don't say it's going to help with anxiety. I don't tell you it's going to help with, nervousness. I don't tell you it's going to help with inflammation or pain. Those are byproducts. Those are symptoms. Those are cues your body's telling you. First and foremost, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to tell you this will take away pain, this will take away anxiety. But what I can tell you is my educational background. The simple fact is, if you give your body what it needs in a whole form, whole food, plant-based, just like this, your body can do something with it. But that's not the case. 90% is isolate. We're taking one component, concentrating it, and we're putting it in a bottle and we're giving it to ourselves saying, this is going to help me. And yes, there is some medicinal benefit, but wouldn't you want the most medicinal benefit possible? And let me explain this to you in a different analogy. So I told you about the apple and the banana and the oranges. Now I want you to really soak this in. There's been some research, and I got this from a book called The China Study. This is super interesting stuff, guys. They took ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C in a pill. It's emergency. It's pills from this company and that company. 99% of it's ascorbic acid, which is actually corn syrup. So what you're buying is corn syrup. We're not corn deficient. Thank you, Sean Loomer, for that tip. But it's ascorbic acid, okay? They took that and they actually compared it to an apple. Now, wasn't there a saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Okay, just stick with me here. An apple has 5.7 milligrams of vitamin C. That's not a lot. Don't they say like we need 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day? And especially with our weakened immune systems and the flu and COVID and all these things going around, don't we need a strong immune system? So we need a lot of vitamin C, right? Well, that's not the case. More is not always better. Shouldn't we think about what can our body take from that? There was a study comparing that 1,500 to an apple, and what they found was the apple was 263 times more absorbent. That means your body got 263 times the amount than it would take in 3 or possibly 2 pills of ascorbic acid that you pay a crud ton of money for. So go to the apple, there's a tip there. But let's get back to CBD. CBD is the exact same thing. I want you to think of that analogy I just talked about with the apple. You've got the apple. It doesn't seem like a lot, right? It's this fluid, which is the one I take. It's this little product, this little guy right here. It's a little small fluid. People are like, what the heck? You paid how much for that? And I'll touch on price here in a minute. But the other thing you should look for is what else is in the bottle. Now, there's a lot of companies that are going to mostly sell you coconut oil, MCT oil. Those are the most common. Olive oil is another big one. But now I want you to think about this. You pay $30, $40, $70, $120 for a bottle, right? You expect to get a lot of CBD, a lot of value out of that. Well, you're probably only getting about that much CBD, that much of the plant. You're getting that much coconut oil. I can tell you, you can buy 32 ounces of coconut oil for less than $15 at Sprouts. Okay, so why pay $60 when you're mostly getting coconut oil? That's tip number 1. Definitely make sure you look at that first ingredient. If it shows coconut oil or MCT, you're mostly buying MCT oil. I'm sorry to break it to you. All right, KJ, I'm sticking with you, right? You're sitting there. I hope you're getting this. I hope you're soaking all up because this is the truth about CBD. This is what no one else talks about, okay? Now, I mentioned this little tiny bottle right here, right? This is one I back up fully, and I will always 100% go to this before anything else, no matter what company I'm for, no matter how much money they give me, no matter what, I will back up that product because not only have I had results, but thousands and thousands have had results and continue to do so. And there's research to back this up. So, why do I pick this one? First and foremost, it's not an oil, okay? Now, I talked about oil. What you're mostly getting is an oil. But what I didn't talk about is absorption of an oil. Didn't we talk about the vitamin C and the ascorbic acid? How much is my body absorbing? What other companies don't tell you is you're only absorbing 5 to 10% of your CBD oil. 5 to 10%. And you're dropping $70 to $80, $120 on 5%. Now, let this sink in even harder. Go fill up your gas tank for $60 and then go get $3 of value out of it. Would you do that? Frick no. Like, I wouldn't. That is ridiculous. That's stupid. You would never do that. So why are we doing it with our body? But we don't think about that because we're not educated. That is why I'm here to help you out. You want absorption. You want your body to get what it's taking in. That's what this is. It is a fluid. There's nothing else in there. You're actually taking the plant, you're just not concentrating it, you're extracting everything. You're putting it in a fluid, you're putting it in a bottle. It's exactly what this is. So your body absorbs that 60 to 90%, and consistently it's about 90%. But 60, I definitely give you a range to play it safe. But that is about 90% absorption. Okay. I get where you're at, KJ. You're talking me through this. I'm helping you out as best I possibly can to understand this. And there's a lot of poo out there. There's a lot of crap out there. So what's the next reason why I like this product right here? What they don't tell you is CBD is one of 113 cannabinoids. They didn't tell you there's CBG as in goat, CBDA, CBN, CBNC, THC, THCA, THCV. Whoa. There's how many? 113? They only told me about one? That is why it is such a... There's a lot of companies marketing this product. And the thing is, all it is just marketing for the most part because of the process they're using. These companies are sourcing this ingredient, they're putting their pretty little labels on it, and the next thing you know, it doesn't absorb in the body because your body goes, what the heck is this, man? I don't need an oil. I'm 75% water. Give me something water compatible. If I were to drop this in water, it's going to break right on through. You wouldn't be able to see it, and it will get in your cells every single time, and this guy can back it up. That's why I trust this product. Okay, claims. I have not claimed anything. I have told my personal experience, and I have had great results, and thousands of others definitely have as well throughout the past about 6 years or so. All right. But if a company comes in and says, you know what, this has helped someone cure plantar fasciitis. No, don't do that. Don't fall in that trap where you go, oh my gosh, my plantar fasciitis, it sucks. I have such pain in my feet. Or this knee pain, I want it to go away so bad. I'm willing to try this. And this guy said it's going to work. And I can try it with a money-back guarantee. There's a reason why there's a money-back guarantee. 2 reasons. Their product is either phenomenal and it works 100% of the time, or they just want you to try it and you'll forget to return it. Have you done that? I have. I'll be like, you know what? 100% money back guarantee. That's awesome. Let me try it. And then I'm like, you know what? It's not worth a phone call. They're probably super busy and I'll spend an hour on the line and that hour is not worth it. So they just got your sale. That might seem a little iffy, but that's my personal view on that. But don't listen to claims. If they claim anything that this is a miracle cure, it is not. It is balancing your body's endocannabinoid system. That is it. That is the way I educate on this. Your endocannabinoid. Endo means within, internal. Cannabinoid, that is the component, these nutrients that these are, that Israel uncovered in 1960s. Okay? So what are these nutrients doing? Well, to give you an idea, first and foremost, they show up in breast milk. Okay? That is pretty cool because that shows you it is a big portion of feeding. It's nutrients. I mean, breast milk, what is that? It is the mother giving nutrients to the baby. That is first and foremost super important. We're forgetting that part. No one talks about that, okay? I'm talking about it here today with you guys because I want you to know the truth. So what else does this endocannabinoid system do? It communicates with your nervous system, your endocrine system, which is your stress and your hormones and your sex hormones, things like that. It also communicates with your immune system, which is inflammation. Okay, the reason why we have inflammation is your immune system is attacking itself falsely. That's the best way to say it, really, is we're falsely attacking ourselves. The one last thing I want you to understand, broad and full spectrum. Don't believe the hype. There is no difference in their processing. So how can one be broad and how can one be full spectrum? If you can explain that to me through the same process, please, I would love to understand that. But when you take a supercritical CO2, this is getting super sciencey, but when you take a pressure, heat, and time process, that's what that is. It beats the plant up. Now put the plant in the boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather, and most likely it's gonna get beat up. You give it to the body after it's already been beat up by Floyd Mayweather, good luck. Have fun, body. Do something with it. It's not going to want it. Trust me. Go back to the way nature did this. Don't fall on the full spectrum, broad spectrum. That is another marketing ploy they're getting into your heads with. okay? Full spectrum, okay? Don't believe the oil hype. That absorbs at 5%. Yes, there is some medicinal benefit, but not for the value you're paying. That last thing is when you're paying for a product, check out the cost per dose. Typical is 1 milliliter bottles, and you have to take a full dropper, which gives you 15 servings per dose. Average bottle, $60 or so. That is $5 every single time you take that product. Now, I barely want to pay $5 or $6 for a pitcher of beer when I go to the bars, okay? Why would you take $5? I've never heard of a $5 supplement in my entire life every time you take it. So don't follow into that trap as well, okay? I'm breaking down, this is my truths and my understanding of it. Please do your research, but I will leave all the links down below, and that way you guys can learn some more information on CBD, not just from me, but the sources that I've learned this from. I really hope you've enjoyed this. These are the truths about CBD. I will catch you next time. Please, if you like this video, some information in it, hit that like button. I really hope you did. See some value and see me being real. Please leave some comments on your favorite parts, some things you learned, some things you never knew, some new truths you learned, okay? Lastly, please subscribe to the channel to get more videos. That way you can live your fullest every single day and enjoy life. Catch you next time.